We should be live. OBS, you wanna like guarantee that I'm live, please? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, why is there's YouTube chat coming up on my other monitor? We'll see how this monitor setup works. I'm partially blocked off like a part of my screen due to my microphone, but I can just turn it. As long as my microphone picks me up okay, I can always just turn myself up a little bit, and that'll be good. Alright. I know I'm early, which is fine. I always plan on being just a touch early. Background music should be good. Everything should be good. Let's see. I'll work on that later, depending on how the no oil goes. I kind of wanted to take a break today, so I did chill. I finished the game. I finished the practice game. That lieutenant with combi weapon does come in handy when you throw him against infantry. Do not throw him into canoptic scarabs because they are not infantry, and they're tanky little bastards. What else? What else? Terminators with deep strike, very overpowered. When you got a 5-man squad with a captain and you drop them 9 inches and you can advance and well, you can't move if you deep strike them, but still you can get them up and close and personal very quick. But no, that was a fun little game. I was kind of glad I did it. Reanimation protocols is a bitch. Especially if they have a canoptic reanimator, which is most people don't. Well, I won't say most people don't, but some people do not. And a canoptic reanimator will definitely, if you are playing Necrons, keep them near your brick of 20 Necron warriors, because goddamn, will it just bring back 5 warriors at a time, and that you just kill the same 5 warriors. I had to kill the same 5 fucking Necron warriors 3 times before I just said, all right, the repulsor that I have is going to throw everything into it. The Terminators are going to throw everything into it. And then it finally killed off all the rest of them. And when I say Terminators, I mean Terminators in melee with power fists. So it took a lot to kill a stack of 20 Necron warriors. I was surprised. I was like, God damn. I didn't know if the Space Marines were going to win it. But in the end, the Overlord ended up right on the repulsor and charged it, but got charged in the rear from a Judiciar, you know what I mean, and him, the Blade Guard veterans, and the Blade Guard Ancient was able to take care of the Overlord. So, but yeah, no, it was a fun game. It was very fucking hot. It was very hot in that room. I was sweating like crazy. So we're not quite to 6 yet. So once we hit 6, we'll start. We're gonna, first things first, we're gonna start with that null oil. I've never used null oil before. I'm kind of excited. I'm probably gonna fuck up a mini. That's all right. That's all right. I plan on, if I have to, like, I kind of do like the soft gray that he has now, but we'll see what null oil does on white. If anything, it's just good knowledge to know later. Can you fuck off, Discord? Oh, you motherfucker. Get back here, you little son of a bitch. Mute. I have not used null oil yet. The last time I went to go get null oil, they were out, and the guy who worked there, it's the same hobby shop that I went and got the Necron Warriors from today. Well, it's that I got the oil from. He gave me dark tone instead. He said it's dark tone will be the exact same thing, almost, and so I just use AK Painter's dark tone. Was it AK Painter? AK Paint? Speed Paints? Army Painter dark tone. That's what it was. So That's what it was. Just use Dark Angrax, but I don't want to use Angrax. Howdy, Neo. Ugh. I will say the 3-man squad up there is looking good. I gotta touch up the one weapon, but we're doing good. I've mostly just been chilling today. I've actually been relaxing. I finished up the game of practice Warhammer that I had. I will say that that is my list for fighting you guys, which does remind me, I need to set up another poll. Let me get that set up, because you guys have to vote on what Xenos army you guys are using. Orcs got voted out. No, Gene Stealers, Leagues, Necrons are in. Gene Stealers, Leagues of Votann are out. Necrons, Orcs. Something made me think Orcs were in that too. Shake well or leave a shiny finish. Ah. So it's exactly like soft tone then, if that's the case. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll just see how it goes. It's not that I'm above absolutely just painting it white again if I don't like it, and not only that, but I can just go get paint remover. I have two jugs of isopropyl alcohol for 3D print stuff, which reminds me, my microphone's peaking for some reason. Let me turn myself down a little bit. I should be good to you guys. I have 10 kilograms of resin on the way to start printing all the giveaway stuff and to get a bunch of stuff in stock. So that's like what? A kilogram's 1.5 pounds. That's like 15 pounds of kilograms. That's 15 pounds of kilograms. That's 15 pounds of resin-ish. So, oh, shake it. Oh, you meant shake the null oil well. Oh, I thought you meant shake the mini after you put the null oil. I'm like, yeah, I have to do that for soft tone. The new alerts are set up, and I was making sure everything was set up. Let me look at the description. Everything's in the description for the new alerts. They're dono alerts, obviously. I haven't changed anything else. The $1 alert got changed to man flesh, which is something I did not show you guys. The $4 is the disappointed meme. I fucking swear to God. Fuck off, Discord. Then the $7 alert was the in the name of God. So hopefully, if nobody plays them by the end of stream, I'll just show them off. But they're pretty good. The in the name of God that's probably the best one. But first, before we paint, we've got artwork to look at. So my guy is not, oh, my microphone's been muted. Let me move this over here. I was like, why the fuck was my guy, and he's still not lighting up. I hate you, Discord. You're a bitch. Hold on. It says I'm muted still. Let me disconnect or reconnect. Ah, there it goes. Now I'm lit up. Okay, so we have old artwork for Custodes. I will say this axe this axe bolter goes hard. Terminators. Oh my god. Dude! What is that a part of? I'm leaving that community. Leave the server. Fuck you. I don't want to be in your community. Quit fucking pinging me. It was something for a mod for a game. Okay, Sisters of Silence. Their jet bikes with their 6 bolters across the front. Against Demons of Corn. These demons would fuck up those Custodes. Chaos versus Custodes. Just more Custodes. Nothing crazy. This is an Inquisitor. I don't know why it's on the Custode thing. Gene Stealers versus Custodes. That would be like a world's strongest man fighting a baby. That makes zero fucking sense. Like the world's strongest man fighting a child. Not a child, a baby. Oh, just more custodies. I do like the shield custodies, but those are ginormous swords. They're almost comically large. Why is the streaming not wanting to work? Oh, my phone's connected to the Wi-Fi. That might hurt the streaming quality, but that is it for this. Let me go back to this, and we have a work in progress. Oh my god, what have you done to this horrific thing to paint? I know this mini. This mini's a bitch to build. But what have you done, Neo? You've messed him up. He looks good. Looks like a really good Plague Marine. I thought you, I said Iron Warriors, not Plague Marines. It's fine. I voted for Iron Warriors when you asked about it. Okay, I understand stream is being a bitch. Howdy. Took you 25 builds. Dude, did you not watch me struggle building that? Did you not watch me struggle building that thing? It does look awesome. Hold on. I gotta go to the shelf. I will break down why that sucks. Okay, this mini looks dope as shit. But I will tell you, this fucking cape right here, this fucking cape sucks so goddamn bad to put on, because it's like glued on here and you have little pieces up here, and in the instructions it has you put the power pack on because the cape has to be behind the oh my god, it has to be behind some parts of the power pack but in front of others, not to mention the fucking mace that goes in here that is a giant pain in the ass. But dude, this thing fucking sucks. It's really good mini. It's really good mini. Don't get me wrong. I do love the mini. Fuck building this mini. And you know what's the worst thing about it? I got another one to build on the shelf. Yeah. Not as well. All right, so I will be taking this off the base. Let me go ahead and pop him off. So, like I said, my haul was not very big at the hobby shop, but I didn't go there expecting to buy much. They do sell everything at GW prices, so you know, it kind of hurts the pocketbook then. So, as I said, we have the Tyranid Warriors for the Bone Sword. That is, I'll grab the mini. Hold on. Let's see, where is he at? Is this him? Here he is. Ouch. It is the Centurion with Power Maul. I have him in plastic still. Let me take the plastic off so the shininess goes away. I can open this up and show you the exact instruction where it says, oh, do this is easy. And then it's like, what? It took me, I think it took me 2 hours to build this mini. I remember doing it on stream, and I'm pretty sure it took 2 hours to build it, which is wild because that's how many pieces it is. It's not that many pieces. It's not crazy with the amount of pieces it is. But the instructions are so bad. Howdy, one from the past. Let me pull out the instructions and put this guy back. Because, like I said, he's Kit Bash worthy now. All right. So it's this part right here. Because you can't do this. Oh, wait, you can't see it. You cannot do that. This is the worst part, bro. Dude. I almost did not put the cape on this mini. But the cape goes so hard, and not only that, the shoulders have indentations for these little things, so you have to put the cape on it. Unless you put some filler in or something, you have to put the cape on it. But the mini goes so damn hard itself. Like, it's such a cool mini. It's such a cool mini. I'll never say that it's not a dope-ass mini. It's so cool of a mini, I've got 2 of them. And I've got to build a second one, and there's a reason why it hasn't been built yet. So, yes, I do agree with you 100%. That thing was a fucking nightmare. All right, let's see if the no oil is going to be what I want on this. No, nice and shooken up. Please. I hate GW pots so much. So am I going to want to go pretty hard with no oil or like take it pretty light? Here's our mini. You can easily see the grayish to it now. I just want to see what it does. It doesn't look like it's going to go crazy. Oh, this might have been what I was actually looking for. Well, there's a slight problem. Fuck. I can take excess out. I will say, it's almost exactly like what I did earlier. Bro, I gotta save enough for a drink later when I get thirsty. And then again, I always like dry my brush and then pull off excess. Because actually, a lot of this seems to be doing really good for like panel lines and such. The only problem is there's brush strokes right here and you can kind of see it. Not from your guys' angle, but from mine. I don't know. Oh, we'll just see how it does. I didn't want this armor to be like spotless white. GW paint pot, you converted all 20mm dropper bottles. I have dropper bottles, I just haven't converted. I haven't converted this. So how do you take off the logo? Hold on, let me dip this in some water and we'll rinse off a little bit of this excess with water. Because I feel like there's a touch excess in some areas. Grandma got you Vulcan? Hell yeah. I saw that. I saw that actually. You posted it on the Discord. I just got money and gift cards. My family will not give me Warhammer if they don't know about it. Though they know about it, but they just, I don't know. I didn't ask for Warhammer. I'm a hard person to shop for because you know what? If I want it, I'm going to get it. So I am not the type that people really love to shop for that much. You know, if you do overdo it on the no oil, water takes it right off of there. But see how it's getting the black lines in there? That's exactly what I was really hoping for. I almost need a slightly watered down no oil. I do really like the white pistol as well. I think the white pistol goes pretty hard. Got Demon Prince, Battle Zone from Necron's. Hold on. Let me just fucking slather this down real quick, and then I'll look at that again. I started applying paint, so I knew I had to get all the paint in the areas I want. Or not paint, but I started applying Knoll oil. Which reminds me, I want to get Knoll oil in these little lines. You got a Demon Prince and the Battle Zone from Necron's Kill Team. Hell yeah. And I got myself, obviously I got myself this for Christmas. Then more Sternguard vets and some Lich Guard? The Sword and Shield Necron. They can be built as Sword and Shield, or what are they? Not Lich Guard, Triarch? The Sword and Shield Necron. It's a two kit box. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. Let me go ahead and not commit a sin live on stream. Let me close that. Get the Saturnite bought, and the Lieutenant with Combi Weapon came today. Yeah, it's a push fit model. I broke the Dremel out live on stream when we built it. Oh, fuck. You get the Captain with the Relic Shield that you painted? Hell yeah, man. I love that mini. It's not quite as highly praised as the Captain with, or the Captain. Dude, imagine a Captain with Combi Weapon. That would go so hard and would probably be the nuisance of everyone. Shields from the Necron kit? That might be slightly of a plan. There's only like 5 shields in that whole kit. And there's only 3 Blade Yard veterans to a box. Well, the Lieutenant's Combi Weapon... So, the Lieutenant has such a good stat line for 2 reasons. He has stealth, and he's lone op, so that means he can't be hit without being within 12 inches. If you're within 12 inches to hit the Lieutenant with Combi Weapon, you're within rapid fire range. So he gets 2 attacks on his anti-infantry rifle. Combi bolter. It's not a rifle. Okay, so Knoll oil. I'm starting to kind of understand the way Knoll oil's working. And actually, it's doing quite a bit like what I want it to. I know you guys can't see it as well. Yes. Yep, one from the past. I do. You're the only one with unique Blade Guard veterans, pretty much, that I know of. Oh! Okay, let's put him down. There, get stuff out of the way. Let me do a quick check on everything that's supposed to be arriving. So let me open my Amazon, because that's where of course that's where I always get stuff. And my whole camera got moved. What the fuck? You can really see the dirtiness now. And I totally forgot to fucking hit his head. God damn it. He might have some blood on him some places and such. Well, he's Death Guard, isn't he? Let me grab... Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna have a bigger brush than that. You're not just wanting to do him as Death Guard green? Man, it's gonna take a while to paint this mini. I don't know if it's gonna be 5 hours like the Lieutenant with Combi Weapon, but it's gonna be a while. Could do purplish color. You don't know if that'd be too overpowering. It probably, well, honestly, purple overpowers pretty easily. Why is my camera set up being a bitch? Oh, I'm zoomed in. That's the reason why. Yellow, green. I could see a yellow green doing it. Sorry for messing with my camera, but it was bothering me. Okay, so we have Vallejo skin tones and face color sets. Some milky plastic rods, that's for bones and stuff. Latex gloves, which is for 3D prints. More stuff for 3D prints and shipping. Arriving January 5th. Oh my god, a lot of this stuff's arriving January 5th. Sternguard Veterans box, the 2023 edition. Is there 2 different editions of the Sternguard Veterans? Please tell me there's not. Please tell me there's not. 10 kilograms of resin, which will be here between the 3rd and the 5th. So nothing, the only thing that'll be here is, the only thing that'll be here early is the UHU adhesive, and that is for all the blood effects and stuff. So let's get the reference photo for this, and we'll just chill, sit back, relax, get this mini painted, and most of it's already painted. I mean, I'm gonna have a bit to work on here, and I know it. I'm not looking for gift cards. 40K, Space Marines, Ultramarines, doesn't matter. What goes on for pre-order tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday. For me, tomorrow's Saturday. So what goes for pre-order on Saturday? Sternguard, metal fine cast resin, and the new plastic? Okay. Well, when I said that, I meant, is there more than one plastic kit? Because I know there's more than one plastic kit for, like, specifically orc boys. Which is goddamn. That is not a good looking kit. Holy fuck. If they do not update orc boys soon. That's a rough kit to look at. That is a really rough kit. Alright, here we go. Here is our reference photo. Let me get the big picture up on screen. This is our reference photo. Obviously, we're not going to do anything like that, but we can spin this around and we can take looks at like what they've done color-wise. I'm keeping the pistol white. The white pistol goes so hard. But those are going to have blood on them. And this is obviously all going to be metallics. I do have a dark metal. I don't know how I'm going to do this color, though. That's the only thing. I do have the transfer sheets to do that. Obviously, I'll have to be careful around all this stuff. But you see how it's not just flat white. There's some darkening down towards the feet and stuff. That's kind of what I was going for, is you get like lower down, he gets darker and darker. But the first thing we can actually paint is his eyeballs. His eyeballs? Yeah, his eyes, his eye lenses. So, let's not commit the rookie mistake. Put a lid on that. Oh, question. Does anyone know how hard it is to get... Okay, I'm not going to take this off. I've answered my own question. If you are putting, say, anything into these containers, like this, of Citadel colors... Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to try. You can peel it right off and it's still sticky. So you can throw it right on. Actually, do I have... Damn, I don't have an empty dropper. That's fine. I can order some more next week. It's mine an Ultramarine, so mine is a Death Watch. But since he has this pauldron on the other side, he can be an any Marine. and just say that he was helping the Death Watch and he's come back from his service. If I wanted to play it as like an Ultramarine or anything like that. Yeah, I've got no problem. I don't need my minis to look like artwork. I'm long past that boat where I'm just following box art. I'm just using reference photos for like, okay, this is colored, general this color. They did metallics all the way down to the light and that kind of stuff. It's nice to have reference photos. So let me get this out of my way. And let's see if we can salvage any of these paints, because these paints have sat since yesterday. Nope, there is not. And if you're gonna say anything about possibly getting paint on this, I'm also fine with that. It's not crazy to have paint on those. And then again, I can always just rebase it. But I have a feeling a lot of it's gonna be some of it's gonna be black. There's gonna be some gray. Obviously, the pipe's gonna be that. The Tyranid bits are gonna be Tyranid color. So first things first, let's get a brush and paint these eyes. But easier look. I do not like to dry brush. I'm not good at dry brushing, so I stick to just winging it. We need a touch more paint in that eye. It's quite literally almost perfect. And I immediately afterwards fucked it up. Hold on, we might be able to save it. Let me get some white, or let me get some water. So, ooh, let me get a little bit more water. So when you are working, doing what I'm doing right now, which is trying to do the eyes first, you can take a little bit of water on a brush and you can absolutely clean up what you've spilled out of your like desired look lines. So for instance, I just took that off like it was nothing. So it's got kind of a soft undertone of the glowing red, and I can go back to trying it again. I've figured that out now that I've painted more and more, but that was kind of a bitch to do first off. Even his robotic eye thing is white. Damn, this is gonna be a bitch. Vallejo makes panel liner. Would be the best product for the method you were attempting. I know it's not Vallejo, but yeah, I know, brother. I just never got to use no oil. This can, so there will eventually be like attempts at trying to do crazy art minis. Those will just be one-offs, and those would probably, I don't know, I'd give them away or something that wouldn't necessarily fit into one of my armies, like this one being Deathwatch. Obviously I'm keeping this one, but if I was to do like a crazy Sternguard veteran in a style, I would just give it away, because I don't, what am I gonna do if it doesn't fit in my army? So I didn't quite want to use the Tayama because the Tayama stains, and I just wanted to try something new. I've never gotten to use no oil yet, and that was the first time I had the chance to get some on my brush. Please, for the love of all that is good. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to clean up a touch around his eye still, but it's getting there. Why am I going so hard on minis lately? I don't know why. I think it's because they're character minis. I'm like, I gotta really make them look good. My New Year's resolution also might affect some people. So New Year's, you're going to see me. Well, I'm going to have something in the description that will be new around New Year's. And it will be an email to email me to do commission work. And some commission work, I'm absolutely fine doing it on screen. Off-screen commission work is also fine, but I'm talking like, if you want commission work done, you want it to look like the minis I've painted on stream. I know I'm putting white paint. See, you look at the difference in color, though. Look at the difference in color. That's wild. Very tedious. Yeah. I paint Tau. I know how panel line accent color works. So there will be. You got $3 for you to paint a Warhammer Titan? No. I've got to figure out your desired wants and paints. If you want me to do bare bones, like make it look like a basic Marine, like when I was painting 1 hour intercessors, that's fine. But if you want me to spend 5 hours on it, that's gonna be a different amount. Called Apothecary White. Ah, I'm using the famous model color white, but that's fine. I just put white paint on there. I'm gonna hit it with some Null oil here in a minute once it dries, and I'm gonna have to put some more on the top of this. But it was also getting pinkish, and you can still see that it's kind of pinkish in some areas, and that's due to me putting the water on the blood for the blood god. As I immediately just fucking put white back in there. All right, let's be frustrating. Apothecary White is a liquid very similar wash that you paint over. Ah, yeah. I don't know everything. I'm not gonna claim to know everything either. I'm gonna just do my damnedest with the minis that I've got to paint. See, the biggest problem with white paint is streaking. Streaking is a giant, massive problem. And I don't know how the fuck I haven't been running into it. I guess I'm just lucky. It would also really help if this fucking pink paint wanted to go away. Okay, I'm gonna commit atrocities. I put water on it and I'm taking off excess paint right now. Okay, that kind of worked. You guys can't really see that it's pink as much as I can. So trust me when I say it. It's honestly difficult for a lot of people. That's why what am I doing? I have the solution for this. I have the final solution for this. Where's my primer? That's what you get most of your commissions for. You want to know an easy way to do white, guys? It's right here. Let me move minis off my desk before I go airbrushing on camera. I do not want to paint anything that has paint on it or has been base coated. All right, you ready? Let's make sure. I test it on myself every time. This time it's awful to paint. And that's why you're watching me use a white primer instead of a black primer like someone would say I should use. I don't think that someone's here right now, but still. You need to get an airbrush. An airbrush is also, like I said, really good for doing priming on minis. That's how I prime all my minis. It's with an airbrush. It helps when the airbrush wants to put out paint. And see, now the pink color is gone. The problem is I put a lot of primer in here for just a little amount to use it. Let me go ahead and grab a paper towel back and I'll try to get as much paint out of here as I can. So I kind of knew that this would happen to some degree. So let me clean out my airbrush. And we're gonna have to let this sit. What that means, we're gonna have to cut something open. Let me cover my wet palette as well. We're gonna have to cut something open, cut some pieces out, and do some kit bashing. Alright, airbrush is cleaned off. Let me put it on the airbrush holder. That way if it drips anything out, it's got something underneath it. So, go ahead and pull this off. Get these out of the way. Set my wet palette, I guess, on the floor because I don't have enough room on my desk for it. I need to grab the instructions for these. And as what I mean by these is, there's no way these didn't come with instructions. Hold on, I've got other stuff. Oh, here it is. Oh, it even came with a game board. How did I never pick this up and look at the rest of the stuff in this box? I'm looking in the Dawn of War box. Here we go. This is exactly what we need. I'll unzoom the camera for now since I'm not painting as well. Can look powdery. If you have a brush strokes, lick it clean, smooth it out. Yeah. All right. So here's my instructions for all the pieces I need for this Judiciar. Fucking Bushmint minis. Oh, why? Let's get this out of the way for right now, because I really only need one piece out of that. So, 8 and 9. Eight is the giant sword. I might have to go see if this sword's bigger on this apothecary, on this mini than it is on mine. Because if that's the case, I don't know why. 9 and 8. Where's 8? Please, for the love of God, which one is 8? Oh, there it is. I'm blind. We're not gonna start pushing anything together yet. $11. Oh yeah, that one's easy as hell. Man, this takes me back to almost a year ago when I was building these minis out of the Indominus Crusade bugs. 11, 14. Except for these are red. You know, I never understood why they did colored sprues like this, but then someone said, well, then you're like the red team versus the green team. I'm like, oh, you know what? That kind of makes sense. So if people don't know how to paint, they can always just be like, well, I'm the red team. What color was I looking for? What color was I looking for? What number was I looking for? 14, which is a power pack. There it is. 14, 12, and 13. This is 12. Do we need 10 as well? Yes, we do. I don't know if I'm going to use the same head. I might swap his head out. And the dumbass hourglass. There it is. I do not like the giant hourglass personally. If I can. There we go. So let me double check those. Yup. Okay, I have everything I need to build them. Well, I won't have everything necessarily. I don't know. I could find a heavy bolt pistol in my bits bag. My bits box. My bits bag. Alright, we'll open up these Tyranid Warriors. I've never actually built any Tyranid Warriors. Somebody said something about the mold lines being terrible. And I'm just, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, fucking great. Okay, so no transfer sheets. No, I'm kidding. They're bugs. They don't need transfers. All right, so. Ooh, these are very specific. So I want to make sure I know which one I'm stealing out of this. So let me pull the instructions open. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All I need is a right-handed one. So one that goes on a bug's right hand. So like this one. Oh, fuck. Why does their finger have to go through it? You know what? I have a drill. I can drill it out. So let's pop that off. And let me go to my bits bag box full of all of my extra bits. I only have one little bits box for Space Marine specifically. And let's see if I might be able to just do an arm swap. Because I have prayers. I have extra prayers somewhere. This is, in fact, a right hand, but not what I want. I need a left hand bolt pistol. I'm never gonna find one. I'm never gonna find anything I ever need. Alright, let's do it the classic way. Put away stuff you don't want. That's right-handed. Oh, it's right-handed. No, no, no. 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 No, no. No, no. Oh, it's gonna be nothing, isn't it? There's not gonna be anything here for right-handed stuff. No, I cut that one out already. That's a shield bit. Those are extra bits that aren't what I'm looking for. Oh, Black Templar. I was like, where the fuck did the Black Templar thing? It's from the... It's from the Emperor's Champion. Hello, you're new. These are not what I'm looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. I'm gonna go crazy trying to find it. Because here's the great thing. All I have to do is find, like, I didn't even notice he had a ring. If my camera wants to focus, he has a ring with a skull on his middle finger. I've painted this model and I did not notice this. That is hilarious. No, not what I want. Not what I want. Do not tell me I'm gonna have to 3D print this. I have files and I can just flip a bolt pistol around. Especially if it's in a hand. That's Gravis. Man, they really do just not give many options to throw pistols in other hands other than the right hand. I understand you're British and you drive on the wrong sides of the road, GW, but come on. With several painting competitions, you don't pay well enough for Golden Demon. And tons of others. Hell yeah, man. Good on you. I've painted for a year, and I'm average at best. Another Neo Volkite pistol. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, damn it. Another right. I'm gonna have none that are right-handed. Or left-handed. And preferably having it be a heavy bolt pistol. Which is if I can't find one, again, that's perfectly fine. The question is, I'm going to have to... So this is the reason why it has to be a heavy bolt pistol. It's gigantic. But I can just simply cut out the little hand grip. Nope, 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 nope. Those are all no's. Still learning. No worries, brother. You ain't gonna progress in the hobby unless you try learning. Yeah, it's looking like this is gonna have to be a 3D printed bit. Damn it. I was really hoping not to have to do that. Because, like, if anyone else wanted to do the same thing, I could always just be like, yeah, this is how I did it. Without having to do anything special. Let me check. I have bits on my desk right here. That's a right hand. Fast armies. I don't see any on here. There is a fucking ladybug though. I hate ladybugs with a passion. That's right-handed. Also right-handed. GW. Wait. Oh, nope. Those are right-handed. And so is that one. Why? Why, GW, must they all be right-handed? Let's look at the white scars. I doubt they don't even have one holding a pistol. I have Dark Angels here somewhere as well. Let me see if the Dark Angels upgrade sprue. These are Infernus Marines. There's no way in hell I lost that. Let me set these over here. I think I am going to have to absolutely 3D print that because I am not finding a left-handed heavy bolt pistol. That is fine. Screw storage organizer. You can sort whatever pieces. Oh yeah, I've got this. What are some good brushes I would recommend? That's what this is. It's just over. It's not on my desk in front of me. Good brushes I'd recommend. I really like the Monument Pro Synthetic series. That's the series those are the brushes I've used a lot of. They are expensive though. They're not cheap brushes. So, all right. So I'm going to snip it off right here and here. I'm going to snip this off closer to that. Michael's craft store? I never thought of going to Michael's to go get brushes. Okay, so is that his finger? I think it is. I'm half tempted to just... You know what? I've got extra. And I'd rather cut low. I love how his response was, brother, I'm in the UK. Like, what the fuck is a Michael's? Let me go ahead and zoom in since we're going to be doing knife work. No jump scares with knife work. You can actually get in America brush set for about $35. That's really not that bad. Honestly, this is probably going to be heretical to some people. I do use some of the Citadel color brushes. I have zero problems using some of those. They're really not that bad. They're a touch expensive, but they're really not terrible. Okay, yeah. See, I wanted this instead of... Oh my goodness, it's even the right size. See, instead of him having his big flat blade, I wanted to have him have this gigantic Xenos bone blade. Because he's going to be part of the Death Watch, because I've really been on a Death Watch frenzy. I'm well aware. I'm loving doing Death Watch stuff. Because you can get so creative. You can add Xenos weapon. I plan to have plasma weapons in some... Xenos as plasma weapons in some things. I will need my drill for this. My drill is not in my drill bit container. Why is my drill not in my drill bit container? But yeah, Pro Synthetic, which is Monument Hobbies. Golden Maple is something a lot of people use. And then again, I really do actually use Citadel color brushes. They're expensive, but I would say they're at just the same price as the Pro Acrylics. As long as it's not that starter brush, you'll be okay. It's a good brush. That starter brush is hot dog shit. I hate that starter brush. That starter brush is not good. Alright, so I gotta drill a hole in this. And that's too big. Dislike buying brushes online. Lackey. Yeah, when you... Thank you for recommendations. No problem, brother. I don't know where people live, so that's why I'm like, here's what I can get online, and here's what I usually get online. Because... Oh, we're not dealing with this problem a second time. Hold on. Well, looks like we're hand drilling it, because that doesn't want to work. Fuck my life. There's my hand drill. What size was that? That's a 0.01. Let's get a 0.2, please. It's 0.14. Let's see what 0.12 looks like. Yeah. Articulate options. I mean, don't just take one person's opinion either. I'm not, again, as I say, I'm an average painter at best. So I've also still been open up to trying new paintbrush brands as well. We're gonna drill this out straight through, hopefully, without cracking it. Oh, well, I think I've drilled through it, guys. I think I might be drilling into my desk at this point. Yep, I drilled into my desk. That's all right. Also, I think I just drilled this at an angle. I did, but it's not going to matter that much. Yeah, you can't really tell. Awesome. Don't get the drill that I got. Don't get the electric drill I got. That thing's garbage. Okay, so that's that. Now, I'm wondering if I have a hilt to put it on. Okay, so for instance, I don't know if I'm going to use this arm exactly. I want it to be like, let me put them together. This needs to, I don't even know if I'm going to use that head. He's a push fit, so I can temporarily put him together. So he's gonna have his arm out to like shoot his bolter. Yeah, brush maintenance is pretty important. Just me, I know. It's very important. Brush maintenance is. Oh, that's part of his cloak. I didn't know that. Okay, so that's that. And like I said, I want him to be like, oh, do I give him a heavy bolter in his right arm? Then just give him the bone sword in his left arm, which is already outstretched and almost in the exact right proper angle. It's in the perfect angle. Everything's supposed to be left-handed. Everything's left-handed. And I know I have a heavy bolter for his right arm. I guess it really doesn't matter which arm it is in. Let me see what I got for outstretched pointing arms. And he is going to be part of the Red Hands, which is my homebrew chapter. Oh, come on. Let me look in these and see if I have one. Please? That's not it. These aren't it. Damn. I really don't have one. But now you know what to get when you're ready. Yeah. Okay, let's get these all back in here and out of the way so I don't just start knocking shit over. Just instantly just spill that whole box. I'd be devastated. I'd be so upset. I'd be so upset. All right. So that is... I put away the thing I was going to use. Fuck. There it is. That's the bit I was going to use. Go get a regular pauldron, if I can find him a regular pauldron. If not, I'll 3D printer off a regular pauldron. That's a studded one. That's an Ultramarines one. Come on. That's not the correct one. Another Ultramarines. It's Black Templar. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have some from the Death Watch. Would you recommend an airbrush before expensive brushes? Yes. Airbrushes can be... What am I doing again? Airbrushes could be... Airbrush is kind of a cheating method. Airbrush, you can airbrush down anything really easily and not really mess anything up. Hold on, I might have just found something else to use instead. It's not that fancy. It's not any fancier. And see, the posing doesn't work with that. Alright, let's at least get this side done. Let's just go ahead and take off this arm. We're going to use a totally different arm because I forgot Death Watch, and that's a push fit part, and I'm not chopping down anything tonight. I really don't want to. Okay, this can work. Have it straight out. It's either I have him have it up and down, or I have him like dragging it behind him. Dragging it behind him might work as well. The airbrush does require a good chunk of maintenance. You can ruin airbrushes real fast. Trust me, I've learned that lesson. So let me see if I can get this to happen. What am I doing? Put that down there. Ah! I caught it. We're good. Okay, you know what? I'll just... You know, it's been forever since I played Pokemon. I've never heard any of these songs in a Pokemon game. And when I say forever, I'm talking like Diamond and Pearl. Okay. It really doesn't matter what way it faces. So yeah, this was my initial thought, would have been facing like this. Ooh, and I still kind of might want to do that. Either that or else I have him dragging it. Because it is a Xenos weapon and he wouldn't care as much about it. Although it's Deathwatch and they're weird. Deathwatch is weird to some degree. Okay, so I did slice that up quite a bit, like a bit. I have hilts that I can slice and make it happen. Because there are some, what's the mini? What's the mini these go to? You know, it'd be really fucking cool if I could like hollow this out somehow and just make it like. Judiciar? Yes. A Judiciar with a giant bone sword. Well, it's not giant. It's the exact same size as a regular sword. It's just a Xenos weapon, and that makes more sense for Deathwatch. This is a Deathwatch. This is going to be a Deathwatch. Judiciar. So, oh. Good luck on White Scars. So I'm trying to currently create a slit without slicing my finger open live on stream for this piece to go up into there and make it look like it's properly hilted. Alright, what's your ultramarine blue? That's if you know how to dry brush. Brother, it's gonna take time and years and practice to get extremely good at it. Probably on the same level as Francis. That, and we've kind of messed up the apothecary a little bit earlier today, so I figured why not start on the kit bash. When I say earlier today, I mean like 20 minutes ago. And you know what? Do you know how much that helps me? I said don't comment what it is on the video because a comment doesn't help me pronounce it. Oh, don't worry. Angry Raid also commented on it. Whew! That was a close one. I almost fucking sliced my finger right there. Holy shit. It's kind of coming along. It's kind of going good. Let me just keep gouging the shit out of this. And I do have like 8 more attempts at this. So if we gotta be here for 5 hours trying to get this fucking Judiciar weapon to go together right. This is probably the most you will ever see me do hard work wise to try to get a kit bash to look this clean. Ah! You know, I'm glad I stream on YouTube because if I cut myself, YouTube's not gonna fucking ban me. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right. It's time for the glue. Let's let it eat away at some of it. That'll help melt it down. I might be able to like jam it in there a little bit better. And we'll get this a little bit softened up too. Okay, yep, it's gonna work. It's gonna work the way I want it to. It'd help if you didn't use the style of blade on your knife. Oh. Ah, it's all right. Yeah, see, now you have a proper bone blade with a proper hilt. Fuck yeah. I'm getting better at this kit bashing shit. I'm getting better at this kit bashing bullshit. Oh, I'm gonna have to do his whole. I'm gonna have to do that whole arm separately and differently. Where are the bases for these? Let me go grab my Judiciar. I'm gonna keep saying Judiciar whether it's right or wrong. Where are you, little bastard? There it is. I think he's on a 40. He is on a 40. So while we let that dry, let me find a 40mm base to throw this guy on. So, and not only that, I might know what the New Year's plan is. The New Year's plan might be painting Tyranids till next year. Oh, actually, that is the proper base. I could throw like a bug head right here or something. So I want him super far back. And if he's gonna have like his arm. Nope, I'm gonna have to cut the peg out and put him wherever I need him. Woo! I'm gonna cut myself eventually live on stream. It's gonna be entirely by accident, and YouTube's gonna be like, "Oh, we don't like you doing that." You're gonna hear me just go, "Fuck," and then you're already just gonna know what happened. Also, by the way, there is a whole Discord channel recommending hobby recommendations. There you go. Why is he doing like is it the JoJo walk where like you're approaching me, whatever the fuck it is? It's real blood for the blood god. Oh, which reminds me, since nobody's done it yet, I'm gonna trigger one of the new alerts. So let's pause this. I do want to have some back. Please tell me if this is loud enough for you guys. Okay, we'll do the one that no one would know of. This is just the $1 alert. This is a joke that is a inside joke between me and my friends.
What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh.
What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh. It's the orcs from one of the Lord of the Rings, but somebody dubbed over it with their normal ass voice. What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh. Oh, it's great. That the disappointed, which is I've shown the disappointed thing, but I figured that was like the least funny and least surprising one, so that's why that one got switched in for the $1 spot. What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh. It's been a joke since high school. I'm getting underneath it, but I can feel it. It's starting to become a giant pain to get my knife anywhere further. Let's stop. Come out here, slice down a little bit. I never said kit bashing was going to be a fast process. Oh, that just sound like Hank Hill. Bobby. Okay, nothing like black primer to clean that mess up. The bone sword is looking clean. I will say this might be some good ass work. That is a clean looking bone sword. For my first attempt at doing this, like I said, I had like 6 more tries or 3 more or 5 more tries, but the bone sword is looking clean. And that's why I want it to be like this, where he's like holding it in front of him or just dragging it. Like he's just all like, oh, this is just a filthy Xenos blade. I don't give a fuck about this thing. It's just a bone that I stole. It goes hard. It goes a lot harder than I thought. Okay, so this is gonna be, I'd rather leave extra room in case you mess up the cut, which is, this is perfectly. And then, since it's such a big weapon and it's supposed to be I'll say it's supposed to be two-handed, I'll leave the extra handle length. I'll probably flatten it out and leave the extra handle length. That way it looks like it's supposed to be a two-handed sword. Wow, that kind of hurt. Okay, so it's gonna be like this no matter what. That goes so hard. It goes so good. Jesus, 122 people have already stopped by? That's wild. So, kind of the idea behind this was, is it the Buster? No, it's not a Buster sword. The sword from Berserk. Is it a Dragon Slayer sword? If anyone knows what Berserk is, you know what I'm talking about. That was kind of the, like, I wanted a giant sword like that. But clearly this is gonna take a little bit more. Because Berserk is an armor in the show. And manga. I don't watch it that much. Yeah, it's just typical. It's typical YouTube. You never know when stuff's gonna pop off. And don't ever let anyone be like, 1,000 views isn't that much. That's a lot. Even to me, 1,000 views is still a lot. I never want to get to be one of those only 250,000 views. Like, I don't ever want to be one of those people who takes all the viewers for granted. You guys made this channel. I just I just paint minis and not great. Please, for the love of God, stay glued. We'll let that sit. Okay, so we'll have to figure out his arm. But okay, I need to look up Guts' sword. Let me put away the instructions for this for now. Where's the box? Where's the box? Where is the Dawn of War Onslaught box? Oh, it's by my feet. Nice video is like 250,000. Yeah, it YouTube shorts randomly pop off. So for instance, the short that I put up where I talked about what we're gonna do in this video only got like 50 views, 47. But tomorrow, when you know this video is already, well, this live stream is done, it'll get like 500 views. It's really dumb, and I don't understand YouTube's algorithm at all. Guts sword from Berserk. Oh my god, I fucking hate you. It's called a Dragon Slayer. That's what it's called. I could not think of what the name of Guts' sword was. It's called a Dragon Slayer. Go away, fly. Yeah, and then it's like he's dragging it. We're gonna try to put this up on the shoulder. Yeah, see, that's what I was looking for. Because if you... Either that or else he has it like this, and it's almost just too tall for him. I should be pinning all that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. If you mean by drilling holes and shit, nah, fuck that. Glue will glue. I will put sprue glue if I have to. So let's let the Buster Sword dry. The Dragon... Hold on, I just knew what it called. The Dragon Slayer sword. We're gonna let that sit. Also, that is a cool ass name for his blade. He's calling it the Dragon Slayer. Although, now that I say that, it sounds pretty, well, when my electric drill just fucking broke, I don't have anything to drill holes with easily. That sounds pretty, salamander-ish to call it a Dragon Slayer. What's the chaplain? So the chaplain on bike for my Death Watch is a Raven Guard, and they do be stealing shit. I don't think I have anything that small to be putting on there, but I think if I let it sit and glue, it should hold just fine. So I was looking for a bigger shoulder pad. Let me go through my bits real quick for a Death Watch shoulder pad for this guy. And I'm thinking throwing a Tyranid head on it. A pin drill is the way. I've shit enough shit on the way. I spent a lot of stuff on Warhammer just today alone, so. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's just dirt. That's a good 3D print. Because I do think this is a Gravis arm. No, it's not. It can't be a Gravis armor arm. Because it had a power sword in it. He's gonna get this giant pauldron like that. Okay, let's let that sit and dry. That's gonna sit for the next day. We have our sword. I have no idea how I'm gonna do the other part of the weapon. So the sword and these two bits in the bits box. The head is also gonna go in the bits box. I want to do a chaplain head, and if I've got to put this off a little bit in order to have a chaplain head, a proper skull head. For the price point. Yeah. But let's set this stuff aside and let's go back to painting, because that's what people are always here for. People are, for some reason, always like when I'm painting. As I state, I don't know why I'm an average painter at best. Got 1,000 suns for Xmas? Hell yeah, brother. You got 1,000. You got thousands of miles of trim to paint. Don't worry, I've got 2,000 points in World Eaters that I have not come close to. Well, since I painted Angron, I've got over 500 points done now, but Angron itself is 500 points. You could dry brush all the trim. I know that's what some people do. They dry brush all their trim. What chapter of mini I'm painting? These are both Deathwatch. So this is a Kit Bash design. This is the original mini. It's a Judiciar. It's a special mini. And I have an extra one. So we gave him a Tyrannid bone sword as a Kit Bashed kind of deal. And it'll be like a two-handed bone sword. But I've got to figure out a way to do a pistol arm off his right hand, and I want it to be outstretched shooting while it looks like he's dragging the bone sword. So these are Deathwatch. Deathwatch is a mixture of every chapter. For instance, let's go to the BRB camera. We're not actually going to go to BRB. So Deathwatch can be from any chapter. Their left pauldron is the specific pauldron that those ones have there, and then their right pauldron, for instance, not this one, but the other ones are left blank. They can be from any of the other chapters. So you can play any chapter you want. You can make them all the same chapter. You can make them all different chapters, but it's more of an anti-alien thing. They're Xenos hunter specialists, so they don't have many kits. So for instance, that's why the pauldrons on the side here are 3D printed, and the rest of it's just a normal kit. So you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to buy only Deathwatch minis from GW, because God knows they only got 5. I'm not upset about it. You are. Please, GW, we're starving. We're starving for more of Deathwatch. Let me do camera adjustments. I say that as a World Eater fan, and we only have half an army. Null oil. I want to get this null oil back on there. But yeah. Also, welcome. I know you're new. How about a Blood Angel Judiciar? Seconded to Deathwatch. What? How about a Blood Angel So the Judiciar is actually going to be from my homebrew. So I have a homebrew that I do. It's mostly in Horse Heresy minis, but I wanted to do this one specifically because I really do like Judiciar, and he is not one of these minis where he's got like 2 different things on both of his shoulders already. But I could make one of those Sternguard vets are going to be a Blood Angel. I've had a couple questions on that. The one with combi weapon is going to be a Dark Angel, because a longtime viewer did ask for that one, and I said I will do it for the longtime viewer. He's been around since It's been around for over a year, but I don't know if a sanguinary priest can be added to the Death Watch. I think that's specifically, I can't think of the name. Why can't I think of the name? I think that's specifically Blood Angels, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, one of those two probably. Here, let's go back to the screen. The one that's coming around right now will probably be the Blood Angel. He's just got a regular heavy, does he have a heavy bolter? And then this is a lieutenant with combi weapon. He has both pauldrons covered, so he could technically be from any chapter. So, all right, so that is this covered. Let's try painting this eye again without fucking it up this time. Actually, let's let that dry. Let's start working on some metallics. Lead belcher. We'll see what the lead belcher is like on the wet palette that's already on there, because we do have paint left over. Ooh, actually, this is a pretty good consistency. It's actually a really good consistency. Sometimes lead belcher can be a touch too soupy, and sometimes leaving it out for like a minute or two on a wet palette will help the top layer dry, and will get rid of some of that soupiness for you. And I do have a dark metallic that I do plan on using on this as well. So it's not all just going to be flat lead belchers. There's some that's going to be a dark metallic. Deathwatch as an apothecary. Have one in your Deathwatch as an apothecary. His squad is all Blood Angels. That, I guess that could work. Okay, yeah, that's the right color. I do use GW's art as like reference photos if, like, for instance, if I wanted to do different colors or same colors in the same areas as them, GW's artwork is still a good reference photo, especially when you can 360 some of those minis on the website. This side now. There's that. I have no idea how I'm gonna do these or hit the buttons of those. Actually, oh fuck, am I gonna do the silver arm? Deathwatch have silver arms. We're gonna do the silver arm. I'm gonna try to keep his little keypad thing white though. I totally forgot I have to paint his whole arm silver. Okay, so question. Why do the Deathwatch have specifically whole silver arms? Like, I don't know if anyone is going to know the lore behind it, but that is just me throwing out the question. Like, why is there, for instance, left arm, because it's always the left arm, why is their whole left arm always full silver? Is that just an Inquisition thing? Howdy, my Wi-Fi sucks. I know your name now. It's not my wife sucks. Dude, I however long you've been subbed to the channel, I've 100% thought your name is my wife sucks because I glance at names sometimes and I just glanced at yours and just, okay, the dog is my wife sucks. Mixed units, more accurate play. They keep their gene flaw. Yeah, they keep that shit secret. It's almost like some people were purged because they didn't like them. It's almost like 2 whole legions had that happen to them. Ooh, what time is it? We're about 2 hours into stream. At the 2-hour mark, we're gonna show off another one of the new alerts. Just because I think they're funny. I did the $1 one. I'll do the $7 one. The $7 one's probably the best one out of all of the new ones. How the fuck? Fuck! How the fuck am I painting that? God damn it, I fucking painted myself into a corner by building to my... Alright. Let's fix the tip of this brush. And we're gonna go hard. We're gonna put extra paint down, which is fine. I'd rather have extra thick lead velture paint where someone can barely see it versus a spot of white. Also, wasn't there some lore that someone came back saying they were the Lost Primarch and then proceeded to start a civil war, and 8 chapters were wiped off the face of the map? Just 8 random chapters that also followed him. 8 definitely non-chapters that definitely weren't from his legion. I know you can't see what I'm painting, I'm sorry. I literally can barely see what I'm painting myself in some of these areas. Okay. Tide, yeah. Tide more. Yeah. The War of the False Primarch? Is that what it's called? I don't know if there's actually like much lore on it. I've just heard about it. I've heard about it through whispers. Okay, so I need the dark metallic that should be in a Vallejo bottle. There we go. Dark gunmetal is what it's called. That is wider. That is wide. There's 2 paragraphs of lore. Awesome. They should actually flesh that out. Honestly, I think that would be a really cool tidbit of lore to flesh out. Don't make it, it doesn't even have to be like an actual Primarch. Make it someone who's gone deranged because they saw the lost Primarch and he thinks that he is now him or something. He thinks he is him. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. I know the Lost Primarch are never supposed to be anything like that. No! Oh, what? What in the heresy is this? Hold on a second. Yes, GW, I totally believe you painted a Hazy stripe by hand on the smallest... How? These are falsifiers. These are liars and cheats. I did need that. I do need that picture back though. All right. I'm not gonna be that guy. Don't self-promote here. That's your warning. I understand you're a small channel and everything. Not the place to do it, bud. Do it on the Discord. Never mind, you're not a part of the Discord. I understand it's hard to grow on YouTube. Don't self-promote on other people's live streams, bro. That's kind of a dick move. We're doing good, Salamander Bees. How's your Lieutenant Titus coming? Or not your Lieutenant Titus, your Death Watch Titus. We kit bashed a bone sword earlier for the Death Watch Judiciar. But other than that, I got to kick back today, relax, and Titus has been primed so far. Hey man, slowly but surely. I'm just trying to get some of these metallics done. You got shells for Christmas? Hell yeah. Did you get anything else for Christmas? Any minis? Did anyone get any minis for Christmas that hasn't said theirs yet? And that does include minis you bought yourself for Christmas. Not everybody's family gets them Warhammer. I totally understand. My family would look at the price and say no. So I just asked for gift cards or cash. And some more Terminators? Hell yeah. I need to get me some Terminators. I don't have any Deathwatch Terminators, and Terminators fucking destroyed in that, what is it called? The practice game that I posted up about. Dude, that practice game, until the Terminators deep striked in, that practice game was pretty close. It was consistently just like a constant, like, oh, it's a 5-point lead. It's a 5-point lead. And then those Terminators hit the battlefield just about next to the center part, the center objective. And they just fucking wrecked havoc. They destroyed a brick of 20, not Marines, but Necron. So it was totally worth it. Wasn't able to visit your grandparents yet, so no minis, but 3 video games? Hell yeah, man. Anything counts. They don't have to be minis. Weren't you hoping your grandparents would get you some Astra Militarum salamander bees? Drew, I'm just gonna keep. I'm going to only call people by the names on their thing, because I don't know why yours switched from salamander to Drew, but it did. Same person. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do these little cloudy things. Let me check something. I just want to see if what I think happens is gonna happen. Okay. I know you can you really tell a difference? Oh, you can absolutely tell the difference in the two metals. Oh, it's like night and day. No one's gonna see that. Okay, so I still gotta get into here. It's actually funny, I've been using these brushes quite a lot, and these are super cheapo brushes. Who knows? Who knows? Might be a big surprise. It might be a Warhammer gift card, or Warhammer gift card. Yeah, a gift card to GW, or to Warhammer shop. I can't speak English right now. But this thing's turning out hella nice. I'm only doing the metallics, so it's not like I'm doing anything hard. All right. Why is this doing the thing it's doing? Hold on, give me a second. Oh, excuse me. I tell you what, my stomach is not gonna have a great time. I've been eating mostly. I've ate mostly brisket for the past 2 days, and that is my stomach. Nah, it's gonna wreck. It's gonna wreck me at some point. That's what we had for Christmas dinner, was brisket. And goddamn, it's greasy. It's greasy. It's so greasy. It's so greasy. Oh, let me get that out. Like I said, I just got to. The reason I didn't start streaming earlier today, I could have started streaming at like 2 or 3. I did really want to just chillax today and not have to like worry about should I stream for 5 hours today? Should I not? I wanted the stream to just be chilling a little bit, doing a little bit of painting and a little bit of kit bashing. Apparently all the flies in my house love lights, so I'm gonna have to go turn on another light real quick. We'll hit the BRB screen. It'll be a good time for anyone else to, well, for me to get up and grab a drink of water, go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff. And you guys can chill, talk amongst yourselves, enjoy the latest mini painted cam. We're back to the latest mini painted. I love how the light setup that I have for stream reaches all the way over to there. Oh. Cause can you see? Yeah, you can see my hand as a shadow. So I'm gonna stretch my legs. I'm gonna turn down my volume just a touch. And when I get back, we'll show off the new $7 tip alert. And just cause I think it's funny. I think the $7 tip alert is the best one. And the photo's probably gonna get used for the next stream when I finish the kit bash. So that kit bash is gonna look so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic and I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm back. I do have a drink. Well, I thought I had a drink next to me. I had one earlier. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me... get a drink of this. Okay, so I am going to change the background music. I've had enough of the Pokemon music for tonight. We are not needing to go to we're not doing any more Christmas music. I am so sick of Christmas music. I am so sick of Christmas music. I feel like a fucking retail worker during Christmas listening to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You for the 50th time in the past 20 minutes. God, it sucks to be retail. It sucks to work retail. I know it does. It's not fun. That's why I was smart and chose to work outside, where it's cold. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and search up. Background music really quick. Here we go. This one's a classic. All right. Ooh, felt good to pop my knuckles. I don't know. I was gonna say, why is my camera not square? But you know what? It doesn't need to be square. This. Oh. Oh, that's the light. I was like, what the fuck's touching my forehead? It's my light. It's my light setup. I'm shaking my whole table. I'm sorry. I'm trying to paint and I'm shaking the whole fucking table. Is that painted? Oh, it is painted. Dude, sometimes metallics is a pain to paint with because you can't tell if you've painted an area or not. Just because the light hitting it at a certain angle looks like it's just white if you've base painted it white like I have. Okay. That doesn't look too bad for a canister. Now the question is, how the fuck are we gonna go about painting the little globule area? You know what? I have an idea. Do this a couple times, water some green down, do some green for the classic globules, or try using some as basing bits. I have I bought 2 of the War Trophies boxes. I bought 2 of the regular ones for Warhammer and the other ones for 40k, so I do have Tyranids bits, but you could absolutely do that. You could just cut a chunk out of one and put it down on your base. I wouldn't say you couldn't do that. I'd actually highly encourage that. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like color to it. Is that what every painter wants, is a color to their minis? Want it to go towards a specific corner, but I guess that's not gonna happen, which is fine. I know I'm not minis, but I don't know what the mini is. Oh, that's the worst. That's absolutely the worst. When you know what you're getting for Christmas, you just don't know what it is. Oh, see, that's a little bit too much green. I want to take a touch of green out of that. Just a little bit. Little bit more. I like that because it leaves a little bit of a window opening for like the light on the inside. We might do multiple hits of this green. Right? Globules from Space King are in green containers, aren't they? What is it? Who's the Medicaid? Is it Bryce? Is Bryce the Medicaid from that as well? I'm gonna name this guy Bryce. Or is it Chestnut? I can't remember. I haven't seen any of the Space Kings episodes since the Christmas one came out. Glory Space King. Man, I'm extra burpy today for some reason. Must have been all the greasy brisket. There we go. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. That's like so good looking. It'll dry up and there'll be like a white shine to the center of it. Fuck yeah. That looks way better than anticipated. Ah! Let me put him back up on his base. Now, speaking of doing the exact same thing, but with a different color, I want to... I'll go show you the example. Let me go grab the example piece. I'm sorry for pushing my desk like that and moving my whole mic. Oh, my foot's asleep. Where's the medic? Okay, so I've done this before. So these are slightly recessed, and I liked how the red looked in there. Okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry. I don't like to be that person to ban people, but like, if you want to promote your shit, do it on the Discord. Do it on your stuff. Don't do it in my chat. All right? I'm not being a dick for that. If you want to talk minis, you can talk minis here. Chestnut is the medic. Bryce is the yellow and orange one.
Victory brings immortality.
Thanks for the sub. That was instant. Why did that work? The alert went off before anything else. Again, sorry about that whole issue. Chat's not like that. Normal people in chat are not like that. Some people just get like that. And I like to keep it pretty peaceful here. Oh, I did say I would show off another one of the new alerts that I worked on this today. So let me pause the background music, and this is one of the new alerts. I fucking love that photo. You're back for a bit. All right, Scott. Just in time to see us possibly fuck up this piece right here. I love that. I love that so much. I love that bit. I love that thing. Yeah, I was gonna say this is wait, Chestnut, right? Is the medic. This is Chestnut. Terrifying. It's Matthew McConaughey smoking a cigarette. And such. Clean this brush off. And I want to get a touch of white paint. Oh, that's going to make it pink. Why am I doing this? I've ruined it. I've soiled it. Let me dry this up. I'm gonna have to let it dry now. I might as well get all the red in there that I want. It's not much of a recess. which is where the problem is. Should I go ahead and paint? How bright red are those? Let's see. Those are pretty dark red. I'm talking these little, like, logos of stuff. Let me show you the artwork that I'm going off of. I know they don't do that the same way, but I want to keep the pistol pouch white, and I want to keep the pistol barrel white. Like all the black right here, I want to keep that white because I think it looks way better as white. Oh. Oh well. So desires. I know, but this is gonna be extra bright because I used a different red. Is he carrying Gene Seed? Yes, I believe that he is carrying Gene Seed because his rules are not to heal. That's a regular apothecary. A regular Primaris apothecary actually heals units. His main goal is to get Gene Seed out of the battlefield. So he is not in a healer's role. Let me touch up a touch of this. There we go. Praise be to him. Space King. I do find it hilarious how those guys are Warhammer fans, but like back in the day when it wasn't like cool to be Warhammer fans. And then like, so I'll do the medic look here, like the red there, and then the skull. That'll probably be skull colored. Skull color. Wraithbone would be what I probably do on it. I just think that this color's not gonna work on there. So let me get burnt red, wherever it is. Where is my burnt red? Oh, by the way, I did not realize what this was, but I did pick some of this up because I looked at the color and I'm like, ooh, that's a really cool looking crazy purple. It's crazy because it's fluorescent paint. So I do got some glow paint now. Some glowy paint. I don't want to be associated with glowies. Oh goddamn! I keep kicking the shit out of my desk. I do apologize. Where the fuck is my? There it is. I have some on my palette. I need to use it. It's also fresh. Okay, so I have a bad feeling about this. Yep, instantly filled in the hole. You know what? We'll have those holes be filled in with black paint. Or black paint. Black panel line accent color or something like that. Okay. And the exact same thing. So, can you guys actually see? Yeah, you guys can see the dirtiness. The dirtiness looks so good on these minis as well. Like the dirty white, which is just a white base with no oil on top. Grab a touch more of this paint. Yeah, look at that. They really don't look that different on camera, so I'm gonna keep using this paint. This is just that burnt red. Is there another spot? His fucking forehead, because of course it is. His forehead has the exact same thing. No! It's so bad. It's not hard to paint, but it's tedious is all. Let me switch out brushes here. Isn't the captain's just chevrons? I know one of them just has chevrons for pauldrons. It's not perfect, but I will say it doesn't look terrible. I gotta touch up a tiny spot, though. I did go out of the lines just slightly. Maybe get some actual white paint this time. Hello? Am I not getting paint on this fucking brush? Fuck it, it stays. It stays. Alright, so I can't do the green effect like I can do the blood for the blood god eye color, so we're gonna, as normal, give him red eyes. Maybe one of those days I'll get the proper color green. What is it, warpstone green? Warp fire green? Wait, what is this? Oh, that's not anything. Blood for the blood god as normal. It is. Otherwise you can like just sit there and be too anal about like, it's gotta be perfect, it's gotta be perfect. I'm not gonna be that way, especially on stream. Why would anyone want to watch me paint a mini, the same mini, for 4 days because I wanted to do edge highlighting and it's gotta be perfect, guys? No one's gonna want to watch that. That's why like 1-2 days on a mini max. Angron, My biggest mini I've ever painted was 2 days. Deathwatch, you went back in stream by mistakes and thought it was live? Oh. Don't worry about it, brother. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's all good, brother. Don't worry about it. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know what He unsubbed, but we're still at one. We're almost at 1,100 subs. God damn. Oh, I also have to figure out how the fuck I'm doing his little. Don't tell me it's blue. Oh, fuck this. Fuck you, GW. Why'd you make this little thing? Fuck you. That's a pain. That is a pain. Perfection in a single stroke. Not really perfection, but I'm calling it good enough. I don't want to fuck it up again. I don't think you realize how many little tiny things I have to paint on this mini. Because you're like, oh yeah, it's mostly white, but then you got these hoses here, the Aquila, obviously, which is my Deathwatch Aquila, which is, I'll paint that the normal way I paint my Deathwatch ones. These little tools, that I don't, obviously I'm not doing that. That's mostly been painted. I just got to do the skull and the metallic bits for this. I'll do all the stuff metallic for this, but keep that white. All these little hoses, these metallic bits, those metallic bits. There's so much that you can fuck up until white, and it's, and not to mention that bullshit. That's GW. Fuck you for doing this to me. I gotta figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do that. That's not as bad. Obviously, I'm not doing a hex grid with 2 points and shit. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I can do buttons. I can do some metallics in here and whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. And those are transfer sheets. I'm like 50% sure these are transfer sheets too. But we're only here for a little bit tonight, chilling and painting and kit bashing. We're not finishing this mini tonight. I didn't expect for this to be a long stream anyways. Let me get rid of some of the excess paint. I will say that I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Oh, I will say that the kit bash went way better than expected. Doing a Judiciaire for Deathwatch with a bone sword, so fucking cool. Okay, so I do think I know what this is. So I don't know if you can see it very well. You can see it right there. You see how this is all rippled? I think that's from my thumb when I pushed it together and I had paint, I had glue on both sides of it and it didn't smooth down. It's just gonna stay that way. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's just gonna be that way permanently now, which is fine. It don't matter that much. That's not, you really can't see it unless you're holding the mini in front of your face. I mean, it barely shows up on camera, so I'm not gonna be that concerned on it. Dude, doing these metallics is gonna be the biggest pain, and I'm not doing them tonight. Okay, so next is the red. The dreaded red. What are those? Are those leather color? Oh no, they're red. Oh fuck yeah. These are like little pouches that he's got. Fuck yeah. Means I can paint them red. I will say I've started to like this mini a lot more than I thought I would initially as well. I didn't know how I felt initially on the Apothecary Biologist, because at the moment when I got it, I thought he had to run around with other Gravis armor minis, and I'm like, well, that's fucking stupid. There's only like 3 units in Gravis armor. And I was thinking like, why? Why would GW do that? Make it so he's only in Gravis armor? But then I realized, no, he can run around with anything. He can lead any unit. It is not Gravis armor specific. There's that. Okay, so there's a gap right here. See, this is what having the official artwork up for is really good for. You can see where they meant for places to be painted the same color. Also, isn't this the same apothecary design? Oh, the unit you cannot kit bash? Yeah. Sadly. Just get a regular Primaris one. That one actually heals minis. That one actually heals models on the tabletop. If you play. You've returned? Hell yeah, Neo. Neo, did you see the kit bash? Were you here for the kit bashing? Let's see. I wasn't. Yes, give me a second. Let me finish this real quick. We did a bone sword for the Judiciar. I like the Sanguinary Apothecary, but I'm not totally solid on any of them. I've never seen the Sanguinary Apothecary. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to paint a Berserker Surgeon. That is for sure something I will be getting. Could you imagine something to like, if you take a 20-man brick of Berserkers? Okay, so here it is. What do you think? It is straight up a bone sword, but it's going to, so it's like, it's a two-handed sword. It's specifically two-handed because obviously, let me, oh, I put the bit, oh, here it is. So this is size comparison. You know, this sword's bigger because he's got a smaller penis. That's a joke. That's such a joke. So this one's slightly larger, so I decided to make it a two-hand. And, so he's going to either, my idea is having him walk with it, and my initial idea was going to have it like him stamping it in the ground, but he's too short for that. So I'm going to have him dragging it behind him like this. To the best that I can set it up for him to be dragging it like across the ground, like he doesn't give a fuck about it. Oh, fuck, shit. Kind of like that, where it's literally just scraping off the ground. Where'd that go? Oh, it's in my finger. It's on my finger. So it's like a, obviously I've talked about it. It's like a Berserk sword, a Dragon Slayer. If anyone knows what Berserk is, this is example of a Berserk sword. Very tiny, hilted, two-handed sword that is just supposed to be ginormous, because the sword itself is bigger than him. And it's supposed to be very unwieldy. I do have to be careful Googling Berserk because images pop up and Berserk's not a kid-friendly. Let's just say it's not a kid-friendly thing. There is a lot of grape that happens in Berserk. It's rough. It's really rough. Berserk is definitely meant for adults. There's a certain horse in Berserk. I actually do not know. I've only watched the Golden Arc. Like the old Golden Arc. So up to where Griffin becomes, well, he does what he does, and yeah, he becomes a bitch. That's as far as I've ever gotten. I'm sorry I'm doing this off screen. I'm just gluing this back together. Well, I'm trying to glue it back together. There we go. Let's, you know what? Let's put a little bit more glue. I know of Berserk, and I've seen some of Berserk. I have not seen that much of Berserk. Also, they only have made anime of the Golden Arc, which is before, it's when Griffin becomes evil and does what he does. I can't say what he does on YouTube because YouTube would kill my stream and maybe me. But yeah, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know what horse you're talking about, but now I'm curious. And now that makes me think that there's a bestiality scene in Berserk that I did not know about and that I kind of really didn't want to know about. Why do you know about some potential bestiality scene, Neo? I know the anime and I know how fucked up it is, so I know that's what it could be. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it could be. Let me pop this off. Just don't worry about it, the horse is weird. It is a bestiality scene. Did I just grab blood for the blood god and put it on there? No, there's no way I just did that. I know about the child elf thing. What are the little egg things that turn people into not demons, but whatever they're supposed to be? Oh, and before you go, Neo, don't let me forget to show you the alert. The $7 alert's fucking great. I love it. Man, that little asshole who was talking shit bothered me. But oh well, fuck him. He can't chat anymore. Oh well. Some people are gonna be like that. You're gonna get all pissy and do whatever they're gonna do. You just gotta keep being yourself and doing what you like. Into your homebrew? Nice. That's the reason why I painted mine Deathwatch. He could technically be a part of anything. Yeah, look at that. That's looking clean. All right, what time is it? How long have we been going for? Not even 3 hours. It is almost 8:30. I'm probably gonna call it here for tonight. I did not expect to stream super late. Did we have a hater in the chat? No, we had someone who was a part of the community and was self-promoing, and I'm like, hey man, don't do that. And I timed out his self-promo channel, and then he proceeded to hold on. I gotta read the message because you guys can't even say the message. Since I'm a dick for merely directing a viewer to the correct place, not self-promotion, I unsubscribed. Chat. I don't fish for tips. Also not insecure to shame you for watching other creators. Also not so insecure to as shame you for watching other creators. I didn't shame anyone for watching him. I openly talked about how YouTube isn't. Yeah, he hated, like, he sent hate like 5 minutes after it happened. I'm like, hey man, don't self-promo. And I timed out a self-promo channel for 24 hours. And then he got all pissy about it. And I'm like, all right, then I'll just block you off the channel. So, you know me, I don't like doing that shit. If you want to show off your art, we have a Discord for that. If he doesn't agree to the terms of Discord, that's his own fucking problem. That's not on me. So, again, I'll show off the newest alert. Well, technically there's two new alerts. The other one's just a disappointed meme. That's the $4 one, but the $7 one is this. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I love that. I love that fucking photo. If you don't know what that is, it is a reaction image. It's gonna be an emote on the channel eventually. If I can do memberships, I should be able to do emotes for members only. Sadly, I wish I could give it to all of you, but it will be an emote on the channel. I fucking love that. I love it so much. Where is it? Yes, here it is. This is the full picture. But since in the little fucking alert box it's too big, so I had to just make it directly his face. Oh god, I love it. That's what I worked on today. I worked on this, played a game of Warhammer, mostly just chilled. We got some painting done today, which was nice, and cool kit bash ideas done. But I love it, dude. I fucking love it. This will be an emote on the channel. I don't care at what it takes. Let's see how close we are. Because memberships, hold on. 116 parts paying membership fees over channel pages, and you'll receive 70% of the net revenue. Damn it, that's not what I care about. I'm pretty sure when I'm able to do memberships, I'm able to make this an emote. And this for sure will be an emote. I fucking love this thing. This guy what was it? This got sent to me after I made a meme of some sort and posted it on Reddit. And I'm all like, oh my god, I'm stealing that. I've got to steal that. There ain't no way I'm not stealing this image. So that is that. All right. Let me get stuff closed off my computer. I'm getting kind of hungry. Go back to this. But yeah, so yeah, don't hate in chat. Look. I let chat get away with saying a lot. I really do. I'm not gonna time you out unless you do some dumb shit more than once. All right, that's all it is. As simple as that. I really don't like to be that guy anyways. But you know, some people are just the way they are. Also, I'm really digging this setup. I've got so much more room for activities where my paintings area is. I've got my monitor off to my left, so I don't have to constantly look straight up and straight down. I can look slightly off to the left. Actually, hold on. We're not. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So my setup now is my infinite camera. My monitor is now to my left here. And this is directly in front of me, which is where my monitor used to be. And that's the camera stand, and this is the light stand. So now everything's out of the way. I've got so much more room. The monitor's out of the way, and if I wanted to shove anything over there under the monitor, it's able to be moved in there. That, and I can move this camera so many more places now without having it to like bump it some way somehow. And if you're motion sick and I just made you motion sick, I do apologize. I did not think about that. So thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for being cordial in chat, everyone else today. Sorry, this wasn't a super long stream, but today I did kind of want to chill and work on other stuff today, and kind of just take the day off from streaming without taking the day off from streaming. I really do love streaming and chilling with you guys and painting minis. I won't say together because not all of you necessarily paint minis while you chill, but yeah, and I always like to paint minis too, so I like doing this every day, and it makes me work on my pile of shame. The plan for New Year's is a New Year's Tyrannid party. We're painting all the bugs. We're painting all the bugs that I have in my backlog. So until midnight, we're gonna do it till midnight. Okay, I got 70 of them motherfuckers to paint. We're doing that shit till midnight. I'm stopping after midnight. I am stopping in 2026. So you all have a great evening. Hold on. I just forgot my outro. Wherever you are in the world, have a great evening, day, and or night. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the next stream. Probably earlier than today's stream started. This, like I said, this was a late stream because I wanted to spend a lot of time today just relaxing. You know, that Christmas coma everyone gets. So you guys have a good one. Bye.